So I figured I'd drop a video after all the new year, new me stuff died down. But this is going to be one of the easiest years to make a lot of money, a lot of it. I mean, just as easy as it was during the pandemic. Now, we're not about to get no handouts, right? When I say handouts, I'm talking about stimmies. That's probably not going to happen again. That was like a once in a lifetime thing. I know most people would prefer, a president or whoever to send them a check, but that's sorry, it's over. You missed it. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. But there's going to be a lot of opportunity in the marketplace. Now, here's the thing. They lied to you all. There's all this talk about recessions and no money being out here and the real estate market crash. It was all a lie. I'm in the market right now. And see, here's the thing. This is why it's important to get out of the house and off the computer, and stop living on the internet and living in the real world. I'm out here working with clients and I'm submitting offers on properties, and there's multiple offers on properties in January. Normally in the wintertime, the real estate market is in correction territory, meaning there aren't as many buyers in the market. Sellers are willing to take less. They're willing to give seller help. Right now, it's not happening. Why is that? Because the mortgage rates have come down. We don't have enough inventory, and the mortgage rates is coming down. Like the mortgage rates have come down 2%, 2.5%, 3% in that range, somewhere. And what's happening is there's money out here. I've gone to some of these neighborhoods where there are multi-million dollar properties, $1 million properties, and people are buying that shit. Whether it's cash financing, it doesn't matter. And they're selling like hotcakes. These higher end properties are selling like hotcakes. So this whole notion that there's no money out here, there's a recession, there's a housing market crash, it's all a lie. And you're going to have a subset of people that are going to be injured because they listen to YouTubers and they listen to or read or live their life by one-liners on Instagram. It's all bullshit. And so let's talk about the money, right? So when the Federal Reserve changes their stance on monetary policy and the interest rates come down, what's going to happen? Car loans are going to be cheaper. It's going to have an effect on mortgages, right? It's going to have an effect on credit cards. People are going to be paying less interest on their credit cards. So once the banks can get the money cheaper, they start lending more. Here's the thing. We got this election going on, right? So when you got this election going on, they're going to make things look as good as possible, make people feel as good as possible. How do you do that? Start putting cheap money out, right? So credit cards, loans, car loans, lines of credit, stuff like that. Who is the beneficiary or the recipient when you give cheaper money to people? The business owners, okay? People that own businesses are going to make more money. So it's really all on you to put yourself in position to receive the money from the consumers, because that's what most people are, consumers. They're going to consume, they're going to complain, consume, and at the end of the day, they're not going to do shit but spend their money, okay, on stuff that they don't need, right? That they're not going to learn from, that's not going to make them more money. So if you are somebody as a business owner, this is the perfect opportunity for you to get rich, wealthy, whether you become a thousandaire, millionaire, multimillionaire, that's totally up to you and your work ethic. But this is going to be one of those opportunities because the money is going to get a lot cheaper for a lot of people. People's credit card bills are going to be are going to have less interest. People are going to get access to be able to get higher credit limits, loans, and they're going to spend that money on things, right? Do you have the thing to sell them? Do you have the service to sell them, right? This is the time to really buckle down on your business and get right to it. Because if you got something to sell, you're going to make money because the money is going to be cheap. Since the money is going to be cheaper, people are going to be traveling, throwing parties, turning up, like buying clothes, buying shoes, like all of this stuff is about to go crazy, right? And we also know, right, the stock market. So remember I talked about, if you want to be able to invest effectively, if you want to be able to really take it to the next level, you need to make at least $400,000 a year. This is the reason why the rich get richer, because they have a larger money shovel. If you have a larger money shovel this year and you invest in stocks, you invest in real estate, you invest in cryptocurrency, and you have a large money shovel, where instead of throwing $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month to the market, you can throw $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. This is going to further divide the line between the rich and the poor, okay? The consumers are going to spend, that money is going to go into the business owner's pockets. That business owner that's making a surplus of $400,000 or higher, they're going to invest in the stock market for larger gains, right? So like you see these people on the internet, They tell you to invest in the stock market. They show their portfolio. The stock market go up 1 or 2%. They up like 50,000, 100,000. That's because they have a larger shovel. You look at your portfolio up, you up 1,500. It's different because they have a larger shovel to put into the stock market in order to have those gains. They have a larger shovel to buy bigger deals in real estate to have those gains. Okay, that's how this thing works, and it's going to be some big bags running through hands. It was even in 2023, but in 2024 it's going to be a lot bigger because the money's going to be cheaper all over again. And if it's hard to break habits, right? Most people are creatures of habits, and if you haven't broken that habit of doing the same thing that you've been doing, you're not going to be able to take it to the next level and get what you really want out of life. And like I said, life begins at $400,000 a year. I'll explain why. You can buy a multi-million-dollar home. You can afford to put your kids in a private school. You can afford to take luxury vacations and fly first class and private jets in some cases. You can buy whatever exotic car you want. You can make real investments into stocks, crypto, and real estate. Okay? You can invest in businesses. $400,000 is the starting point, and you better get there. And this is the best time to do it because the money's going to be flowing a lot easier. It's not going to be like how it was during 2023. Although money was flowing, it's going to be a lot more, and people are going to be more willing to spend it because the interest rates are going to be cheaper. Okay. Now, the downside, prices of everything is going to go up. If you don't want to be the person to get out here and get access to this stuff, you're going to be probably just complaining somewhere broke. Okay. But y'all know the vibes on this side. We ain't going for that. So make sure y'all get out here, get this paper. There's a lot of opportunity and a lot of and a lot of economic liberation going on around this motherfucker. I swear. And it's out here. And that's just real.